say, ranked, and it kind of felt like, you know, they're just going through the motions. They're starting to research and beat some good teams. Mopaz has been playing a brilliant event as well. Unfortunately, Magic, well, they're a pretty hard team to contend with. Get over the line, and now we decide who'll be going up against them. NiP versus Heroic. That heated rivalry kicks off here.
Let's get it. NiP start on this CT side. Aggression over towards B for Heroic early. 3 defenders here. So it feels like NiP are well situated for this execute. It's just whether the dual Berettas and this counter flash is going to pop off. Snappy will throw it now to buy some time. His shot's not really connecting, but the flashbang does brilliantly. xKacpersky, gets in on the action. And it's a comprehensive shutdown. And Heroic can't really even get out of the apartments. Crizzen will try his best, but the Doolies will chime in for a multi. That's beautiful.
Yeah, we didn't bring it up, but Note is insane in pistol rounds. Like, it feels like almost every pistol round we've watched with him in this roster, he has gotten a multi-kill. He's actually absurd with it. xKacpersky takes the contact, and I mean, that second kill is gorgeous. 3 bullets, 3 frags, and it is a mop-up on B. Full eco for Heroic, save for that deagle in Crizzen's hands. You can see VRS tied between the squads.
Not too Nilo.
I don't know if you have to crouch to do that silently. I feel like you can just jump. It's just showing
crouch to get
the
down.
silent descent is nice.
He was just showing it off for the viewers at home.
That is a tricky one to do. I struggle with those. You
They will
kind of
bring the
just
bomb
cringe
over.
IRL when you make the footstep.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oh!
Okay. That's why you go silent. Big kill onto the silencer himself. Stown. Needs to step in at jungle. xKacpersky will step in, though. And between the two of them, they're able to mop things up. Can they get the bomb over? I don't think so. That's so clean from xKacpersky and Stown.
Nice shot from Crizzen. Kind of balances out so that his deagle wasn't a waste. But that round gets dealt with pretty comprehensively. Sounds AWP is now brought out thanks to that death. There was a reason to invest. What's he going to be starting? Over towards B early. So Sus, he might, meet his maker early.
Brilliant opening. Crizzen trying to get active. It's going to be Martinez that gets the frag. I tell you what, his rifling's been superb. Been seeing all of the tweets from Heroic and how good it's been. xKacpersky will find Martinez over the top, though, so it's still maintaining this player advantage. Here for NiP, sjuush on the angle. We'll deal with the in-game leader. With that bomb being dropped in towards top middle, with no space really out on the bomb site, this is a tricky one for Heroic to recover.
Yeah, nice little step to the side from sjuush there, anticipating the wide swing. I think that bomb being dropped would have been noted, but they're happy just to fall back on their lines, especially with 2 players low. Don't really want to give up these fights. sjuush is hoping this doesn't spread. And it won't, so he might get a little timing here to peek out and catch Nilo, which is necessary because Down does fall. And Molly forces sjuush forward, and it should be a frag, yeah, but there's immediately xKacpersky who recovered the AWP, getting his.
Nice and easy. Like these direct fights that NiP are just taking. There's that opener. And the counter swings have been really effective from NiP. Everyone is moving together. It's down. will block the window smoke, and that gives him a little bit of leverage, but no one will actively fight his line. He'll move to B. Try and reinforce with Note and Snappy, but the bomb, as it stands, we'll head towards the safe bomb site. xKacpersky spamming, might get caught on this reload here. Prison will start to accelerate. He'll find sjuush instead. xKacpersky will maintain the spray. That gives the room that Heroic needed to get into the site.
xKacpersky rarely stops moving. So bomb goes down. What can you achieve with this? They got the space. They got the M4 into Susp's hands. Well, the utility comes through to help flush some of these players out. Note, going to dispense this in the sentry. Hope the swing comes his way, and he manages Nilo. Forces the fight on Sus. Great flashbang from Stown. Note just keeps on going. Berlin just tucked in with the Tech 9. Gets one done, and thought maybe a second was coming, but xKacpersky shows him how to do it with the sidearm. And NiP will pull off the retake, and they're keeping it clean.
Yeah, that's Heroic knocking on the door at least, though. Like a couple of kills, a bomb plant. Prison got decent space in towards connector there. Feels like they've really been poking and prodding the issue over towards mid in the last couple of rounds. Maybe that's something they can continue to try and exploit. But with Stown blocking the smoke, jumping in towards the window, that's not going to be so easy. Martinez will have the AWP for the first time in this half.
Good flashbang. It's down. Fires off a shot. No, now slides in. NiP favoured by Stake to take the map. It's that weekly reload info. Good pick from Nilo. Stown has to fall back. Martinez through low, top middle. I don't know if Stown can really punish this, and he's on a timer on how long he can be here.
He gets rid of Martinez. That's the bomb. Heroic just waiting to see if there's going to be this reaction out of NiP, and it does come in the form of the Stown AWP. He will now back off just as Heroic move in. That timing, horrible for Stown. And now no one's really guarding the connector. It's just nades being dropped forward. sjuush has to pivot angles. That's why Stown's rotating over to Ticket.
Yeah, it's going to be a spin up through Con, so sjuush. A lot on his shoulders, but first kill. Oh, that one comes easy. Stown gets his onto Berlin. Sus was quick on that trade. The AWP's actually just going to fall off. Keep your eyes on Martinez. Low HP, Snappy should have his number. There it is. Backstab comes in. Now Pom trying to be planted. Spam. xKacpersky also by the side of that smoke. Sus looks to step forward. Try and catch someone off guard. There are two players in towards jungle. Can Sus profit from this position? The swing out? Yes! A clothesline onto two. Hangs them out to dry, and Snappy is immediately disengaging.
What a brilliant round out of Susp. 3 kills within it, but that swing on towards jungle is everything. He realized that whilst he was in that corner, he couldn't really stay static because the fights will come to him and he will get hard cleared. So instead, it is just as simple as a wide swing. Catches the AWP off guard. And will kill everyone on the way out. So a little bit expensive. But finally, there's that breakthrough. You need individual heroics. Ironically, out of that organization. But it will come at the form of Sus. Finally, a breakthrough. And it happens fairly immediately, which is good for Heroic. It isn't like NiP were completely blowing them out the water.
Yeah, that was with the opening kill going their way. So good that they were able to get that one over the line. Nilo opens up his account, and so does Susp in that round. So high impact for the two of them. And I think NiP, despite 4 in a row, losing everything there. Might be a couple of players that are a little dicey with the buy. I think sjuush and xKacpersky were pretty low on finances. I think you'll still get this down up. Unless he's forced to drop a rifle. No, okay, that does come out. Yeah, so an MP9. A lack of util. So a real good opportunity for Heroic. They can get this round over the line.
Starts with a little bit more aggro in towards mid for NiP. Forward facing, where Kaspersky and No. Nilo. Ooh. Just looks to try and hit a timing. This is pacier out of Heroic. Kaspersky completely blocked off by the util. The cruncher short is coming in, but sjuush does brilliantly. Out the window, attempt from Nilo. He just falls right into the crosshair of Note, who then does one better. And this round collapses within 10 seconds. Move out the way, Krisen. Hand off your face. Don't want to die to that wall bang.
I mean, what else can you do? you call this strat just after winning a round, and it just gets undone by sjuush's spam up through con. And No, also just a great lockdown to prevent that B element activating. Stopped at the pass, and Krisen, not much he can really do. So kills would be great here if he can find a couple. All the economic reasons, but doesn't. sjuush gets his third. Hope he didn't throw away his M4 then, thinking he was picking up an AK. That's now 5-1. And Heroic lost everybody in the round they did win. Look at this. I mean, it's just so unlucky. Well, not unlucky. It's just the way it goes, really. It's all by design. Still doesn't feel good.
That is brutal. Krisen's in con again.
Con again.
Oh yeah. So has all of Heroic. Sus will find Note at the bare minimum, but Snappy's angle feels superior. Able to best Martinez. Players are low, and that would have been commed over. Nilo's Deagle. Ooh, has a chance, but the snapshot goes a little bit wayward. And now Stound's USP able to lock things up. Alongside the Snappy double. NiP back in control.
Yeah, one's formality for the most part, but it's still good to keep it clean against those sort of buys. Especially when you were a little bit on the red line. Yeah, he gets it done. Martinez goes searching. Searching for peripherals, ADK, yeah. Got a giveaway on at the minute. See some details pop up during the broadcast. 8 gaming mice up for grabs.
7 rounds up for grabs for NiP. Krisen in the corner.
Stound's doomed, surely. No idea Krisen's crossed.
Oh, gun barrel. Now you know. Snappy. He's got all of this deep space. Krisen's locked in. You're sort of nervously anticipating this. Kaspersky's now holding under, expecting the reinforcements to be there. Stound misses his moment. And Nilo will punish Snappy aggressing off of that contact.
Gotta be ready for Nilo. Stound is actually allowed to get backside, so not the immediate pop. I don't know where this sniper is. He dropped this smoke in towards short. We're gonna go back to A. They've not got anyone lurking in Palace or Ramp, so they're going to A. They're walking into this double setup on site itself, and then Kaspersky plays close to Murder Hole. And now he can reposition the ticket.
That's the bomb. Molly thrown forward. Oh, sjuush has still got an opportunity, but Note's been tagged down as well. Swing in towards CT. Kaspersky hits the instant headshot. 3 versus 2. Bomb won't get denied. This potentially still could be something in this round for Heroic. Krisen just needs to try and escape. He's only on 10 HP. The wall bang, the spam, the harassment. Enough to completely throw him off course. And Martinez drops next. But as Nilo jumps up, he gets not only a kill, but also a dink onto Kaspersky. They know exactly where each other are. Headshot needs to be hit for Kaspersky. Nilo's making it tricky, and on the cross he'll claim the fight. It's by a slim margin, but Heroic able to hold on.
I really thought NiP had that round with the setup they had, but Note goes wanting. sjuush gets one before he goes. A really nice kill just through that little gap in the boxes. But thorough clear onto Note. And then Stan going up on the ticket just gets punished. Brilliant from Nilo. Quad kill in the round. When Stan spotted Chris and top mid, it was like that Metal Gear Solid, like alarm noise in Bubby's head. Little warning signal. This one looks to be direct. The A-bomb site, they start to gather outside of it. At the moment, NiP, a lot of focus on middle.
That's what Heroic have mostly been. It's nice that Stown has started in towards connector though, because that means he can just come over, adopt this aggressive ramp angle. Smokes come in, breaks may be available. sjuush has already pushed further forward. Look at the rotates down off the back of the break, able to get rid of sjuush. Spam out of Brolin enough to find him, and Krizen's lurk's brilliant. Through the stairs, Smoke. Snappy then steps in from CT. It's so chaotic on the bomb site, and Heroic now look to reduce, bring a little bit of calm in the chaos. Smoke dribble forward by the AWP to maybe give Snappy more room, or maybe to take pop shots, but look at Note as well. Fast ramp through Palace, then goes the shot through the smoke. Martinez drops next. You've got no idea about the impending doom that you're in if you're Heroic. Bomb to be planted, but punished immediately. And now Nilo, from his favourite position, where he won the round in the previous, has to go one better. They set these kills, make it immediate, but Stown's there. It's reposition after reposition from NiP. And Heroic cannot get consecutive rounds in this map.
Yeah, both IGLs making those pushes through the smokes, but I think the Snappies is a little bit more impactful because Brolin has the bomb. I think he's about to plant it as well. Snappy just pushes through, denies that, and by the time they can recover the C4, all the smokes have faded. They've got nothing they can replenish. And these repositions from NiP, as you mentioned, they're kind of all over. They're not quite sure where these fights are coming from. No, it's flanking. There's just so many layers to this. That's a ridiculous kill from Stan. I mean, you can't anticipate that. So direct call called, and NiP had the personnel to deal with it. Three players, over 100 ADR, and one that's not far off.
Talk about output. It's been relentless. And to be honest with you, NiP haven't really done anything tricky. They've just been really well versed to deal with these A hits. Body language says a lot from Prison as well. Multiple rounds, hands off keyboard, spare etched off of his face. Now they rely on the Tech 9s and the quick punchy burst to try and get them in. Or rattles off. sjuush baited in somewhat, but the spray actually tamed for a kill. Kaspersky then steps in to try and help out his AWP. The spam's not quite working. At least there's trades here for NiP. Heroic yet again breach a bomb site, but it's just whether they can hold on to it. Player disadvantage, and it gets a hell of a lot worse. The Snappy and Note will clean up and mop up Heroic one more time.
Note's playing some very, very confident Counter-Strike right now, which is exactly what you want to see from him. We've seen some fantastic series. He actually was brilliant against Heroic in the last outing. Like, he was, I think, the best performing player in that series for them. It was either him or Stown. It was Note, 1.29 rating. So maybe he's just like the anti-Heroic merchant.
Kryptonite.
Feels it.
Anti-Heroic merchant. So funny. And there's that aggression. Finally, we get to see it. sjuush pushes under, deletes sus. Your round ruined again so early. Prison will at least find Kaspersky. Two more players lie in wait, and look at Note go. He spammed. He's still got a kill. Oh, my goodness me. How's he managed that then? A double up. Snappy's pushed the balcony. But it's still a 2 versus 2.
Yeah, that's made this interesting. Now, Snappy's got the winning position if they go B.
And sjuush has got it if they go A.
Okay, so they're just going to sit in the extremities. Palace and Apps. They've found their accommodations. Where are these unwanted guests going to show up?
Oh, that's the fact that they spam out. No, down to 1 HP, and then he gets a double. sjuush is going for an explore, because you can't both remain passive in this 2v2. You have to link up somewhat. If he goes ramp, that's fine. And he is. Snappy then starts to creep back forward. Paranoia etches in for Heroic because they have to clear every single angle. Maybe they go murder hole to B. Instead, 20 seconds. sjuush doesn't reveal his head until the perfect moment. And he knows that he can just get out of there. Nilo has to try and force this fight. sjuush on the off angle, ready for Nilo. Extremities pay off, and NiP can't lose.
Such good timing for sjuush. And if he'd stayed Palace, he wouldn't have had that angle to deal with Krisen either. So really nice timing. Like, could not be better. Krisen's just about to pull that bomb out. Like, he's looking everywhere nervously. Couldn't have hoped for a better moment for sjuush. He gets 3 in the round. Nuke gets that double. As you mentioned, just absurdity that he's able to pull that off. 9 and 2. This is a very different looking NiP from the last outing.
I know you predicted them to win, but I think it's fair to say we didn't expect this much of a drubbing.
No, this is kind of remarkable. xKacpersky buys the Zeus just because he's got the money in the final round. So it gets in the way when I do that because you want to pull your knife out quickly.
More harassment. Nade lands on Krisen. At least it doesn't do a heap of damage.
Well, space.
Look at Palace again. That they've just pushed it. That they've got the control.
And I'm just going to have 3 players waiting on B.
Perfect.
There is a slight concern about mid, like the windows. I think Snappy's going to move. This is going to be a B hit. Warming up for it. Tinas has 1 smoke. There's no flashbangs for this. She's a player in con, but that's not going to change this setup. Utility starts to come over. Note, just tucks in anti, but there's no flashbangs coming. So they can just hold their ground, take their fights, and they'll do so happily. Snappy falls. That's the only casualty in trying to breach B. Starts to get something on his leg, but Martinez alone in the apartments as the bomb dropped. Krisen, has he even got time? It might have fallen out, but he'd need to find 2 instant kills. And even that's looking very unlikely. Stout puts him down, and NiP dominate this first half.
Well, comprehensive on the CT side for NiP. Double digits on the CT side of Mirage. And for Heroic, their map pick isn't going the greatest as we come back to the battle together with Stake. There's a lot at stake here. Loser eliminated. NiP trying to make sure it's not them. A bound out, a drop down for sjuush. And look at how quick this is. Martinez needs to get his dualies out. He isn't going to be ready for Connector, surely. No, has to reposition. Brolin's already been dinked and dealt with. Now the flank comes in from Nilo, and he's found a triple. Maybe that's the saving grace that Heroic needed.
So we can't get the a kill back, and now he's alone. Nilo, where does that come from? Out of nowhere. 3 bodies fall in quick sequence. That was looking disastrous. The fast play up from Con, looking to run them over. Then Nilo finds his moment. Have to get to see that sequence back, because that was just 3 kills in like a second. So the bodies littering the map. So you got a good line.
I imagine no one looked from Con. is what happened there. They just wanted to go so fast up A, and when they got that kill on Brolin, they think that they've just got the round in its entirety. But no, Nilo steps in. A necessary pistol for Heroic. Nilo looking to add even more kills to his tally alongside Martinez. These would be nice confidence kills. But he gets dinked. Nilo, though, not having the same issues. I say that. He will get removed after his triple. Prison will clean. And that's relatively damage-free for Heroic.
Yeah, as long as they can recover the M4 and don't lose that, it's all fine. That one's pretty simple. Because you don't need to be so glum. You guys are up 10 to 3, 10 to 4.
It's been happening a lot, though, I will say. Like, in CS2, comebacks have been a lot more prominent because of MR12. Big thank you, as always, to Lorgar. They're providing the PCs for the main event here at StarSeries. I've seen a lot of ridiculous comebacks. I mean, Jonespace nearly had a comeback on Cash, being 11-5 down. Anything's possible. You just don't need to get jaded by occasional comebacks that have happened to you before.
Prison was spotted, so full FOKUS. Go find him. Yeah. Crazy dink, but it's an opening frag. Nade doesn't hit Kaspersky. Nilo's looking to get something back. The still reposition might net him some success. Good. No. No, rips his head off, and now you're in a 5-on-3.
But they at least have got the majority of the defenders in the right place. And they both have rifles to try and deal with this. Obviously, there's a little bit of uncertainty about middle. With Kaspersky pushing first, this should be at least a guaranteed kill for Susp, who desperately needs to get a multi-kill. Clear. Oh, half checked. Susp able to deliver on that promise of the multi. Martinez now just sets in. Surely you don't expect there to be another one right by the van. Jump out, but he takes his shot. Doesn't matter. Still will find Snout. That's beautiful from Martinez and Susp, and Heroic will recover the situation.
Yeah, Heroic, in a way, a bit lucky that they gambled the right bomb site there. That's a 5-on-3 and a 3-on-5 for Heroic to bring through. I really like the way it opens for NiP. Like, Stan is just spamming from top mid through the smoke. He's trying to really put up a big display there. And he gets that information on the jump away that there's this player in Con. And it's all while this 3-player train just slowly crawls through in underpass. But it doesn't work out. That one's a rough one to lose.
Wow.
Yeah. Shiny new banner we have. Oh, what a kill.
Stake odds heavily in favor of NiP, which makes sense, since it was a 10-2 half. Nilo just needs to not let his guard down over towards the B apartments. That's currently where the bomb is situated. Oh, Stan really wants a gun. Instead, he's going to get a nade. In fact, it's Note that takes the brunt of the damage. Roland. So close to Snappy. But Crizzen will realise it. Snappy will find the frag back. 4v3. Made a little bit more even by Nilo. Still could be a little bit scary. A headshot out the Deagle would be enough to put down the Rifleman. But Nilo is making sure he gets as many casualties as possible before he falls, if he even falls. In fact, that isn't happening anymore. Snappy will now have to concede this round, and Heroic from 10-2 have now made it 10-6.
There's a bit of threat in this round, though, isn't there? And that snappy kill comes in, but I don't think he'll get past Martinez. No. Another quad kill from Nilo. He's definitely stepping up on the CT half, providing that necessary output. Fantastic shot, Deagle. Nilo never misses a beat. Every player currently on NiP is positive in the kill department. Now we are starting to get a few of those heroic individuals providing the output. Nilo, Krizin, both rising in their standings on the scoreboard. Really looking at Martinez with this AWP now to be the real difference maker.
Yeah, if he starts joining in with Heroic, then NiP have really got to be careful. It's actually just been the carry out of Nilo and Krizin, to be fair, on CT side. And Nilo will be given that opportunity. At least this information gained. You don't really want to press the issue. Spam. Taunting. No, more than anything. We know you're in there.
He's looking forward his note. Must be scared away. Really wants to put that pressure on, get more util out of them. Smoke does land. Maybe you really want to go back to B again. All right. Nido's actually left bomb site itself, and even Susp has moved into short temporarily. We'd love this pick. Just to put that concern into them.
It still is concerning.
Yeah, there's only Susp here right now.
Oh, the angle is pretty decent. He doesn't see anyone yet. If he jumps up, that could be a mistake. But now the utility outpours, and they just don't clear him. Good trade. Still ready for Nilo. Spotted, but not dealt with. Down can just get on the angle, although the bomb needs to be scooped up and planted. Krizin makes his way over. He crosses that line in the sand, close towards the doors. Great shot out of No. And now the AWP can get on the angle, but Krizin will best him. 3 versus 2, and it gets a whole lot worse. No. Now forced to clutch. Now forced to hit every headshot, and he can't quite do it. There's Martinez. And Heroic continue to try and stabilize.
Oh, that one is on fine margins. Can't believe Stown gets bested by the rifle in that swing from Market. Note with some absurd headshots coming through. Every single one instantaneous. We just had a little bit more HP. He might just win that round right there, but a single pistol shot gets him done. Round by round, Heroic are building into this. There's that giveaway, as mentioned. 8 Gaming Mice up for grabs. Details in the banner.
Just a reminder, 0 T-side rounds for NiP at this current moment in time. It feels like they need to find a breakthrough soon. Because Heroic are now catching up. Starting to breathe down their neck. Important gun round here for NiP. 3 players start underpass. Stown will drop the utility. Krizin is always on the lookout, anticipating this boost up. Oh, and Kaspersky make it in towards the window.
He jumps out to make it seem like Note's not there. Look, free tip for you, NiP. Stop going to Nilo and B. Please. He's just owning you. And now there's basically 3 players over here.
They're not going to listen. Another re-smoke. That's so well timed. Sus not affected by the molly, but affected by the bullets. Martinez then gets on the angle. Sus does a lot of damage, but it's no kill. Nilo hides, just tries to bait himself in. In comes that activation out of note. So maybe if you can overwhelm Nilo from every single angle, that could be the way forward. Spotted, but not dealt with. Nilo has been able to deal with no. It's down. Now trying to wrestle for the control. Will hit the headshot. Martinez left alone. They know exactly where he is and towards the connector. And he can't find the shot onto Snappy. It's that extra element, that boost in towards the window, the note flank enough for NiP finally to post around on this T side.
Poor Nilo is still that turret, right? Like, that just comes down to a single 1v1. Every time you go to his bomb site, like, it's costing you player after player. It's down best him just about. But it's the finest margin to get this first T round. His note timing is fantastic. And good luck from Snappy too. Gets to the 2 mid players with that timing.
Oh yeah, what are these odds saying now? Look at that. Look at how far it has come back in favour of Heroic. NiP still favoured. Weekly reload. Still being offered up by Stake. Click on the banner. Just below the stream. Look, that's the first round that NiP have got, but it does put them onto 11. Now the A-bomb site is going to be limit tested, and I don't think Stown's aware how close these ramp players truly are.
Yeah, xKacpersky, you're about to get a rude awakening. Oh, actually manages to get one, but quick trade comes in and they explode onto site. Nilo gets spammed out. They forced into this. Money was wanting, which is why they got aggressive. The spam from Crizin does deny that bomb. Keeps this in a possible round. Now it's planted. There is a kit on Crizin. But finding the fights, it's too hard.
Also, you've got the conversation of money being limited. So if you go for it, you throw the AWP away. That's something you definitely do not have. Crizin saves. He can drop another rifle. That's the breakthrough that NiP needed. Back-to-back rounds after 5 of wanting. They've given themselves enough buffer in that first half to set themselves up to close.
Let's just go to A. So that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's like 5 rounds in a row in B. Okay, so it's a very similar financial situation for Heroic here. And more split. Oh, the AWP is. That's a fantastic molly. Forces down straight into Martinez.
Does that make you go? Because you know the AWP's over here now? Yeah, no, seems to think so. That's a shot, but Sus baited in brilliantly, although Crizin will fall. You know about the player at Ticket, you know about the player under Palace, but knowing about them is one thing, dealing with them is another. Sus now finds an AK. Spam from Ramp and Palace is the only 2 players left, and they're just going to get re-smoked and blocked. I think Heroic have done enough here, surely. It's a wild rotation out of Martinez.
As long as you don't get instantly deleted here, but nice angle from Sus. He's had a fantastic round. Oh, completes the quad kill. That round hinged it on the instant kill at ticket. That doesn't come in. I think there was like a dink through the box, which gave him like the confidence that it happened. And Sus just capitalizes off it from his little tucked in position, gets his multi. Also, fantastic molly to get this opener.
A step in the right direction. Win this one, money's broken. Double digits. Can be claimed here by Heroic. Although, we are not live. NiP just have to wait a couple more extra seconds before jumping back in. Regardless of what this result ends up being, in terms of obviously like Heroic will either force overtime or they won't, I still think considering where they were, this gives them a foundation to work on for Nuke. Because if they got absolutely blindsided here on Mirage, because it was a 10-2 half, then you go into Nuke, like 13-3, 13-4, you just give it to NiP almost on the spot because of how good they've been on that map and how difficult it's been for Heroic to break them on Nuke. But now instead, I think you definitely give Heroic the benefit of the doubt.
You know, he doesn't get that like triple kill in the pistol round and throw it back in their favor. You know, the pistol goes to NiP.
Oh, yeah.
It just becomes a complete write-off. It's a very different situation. Much more tightly contested now. Snappy's favorite. He's still in his Nuke kind of philosophy on Mirage.
He doesn't really do that on Nuke anymore, though, I've noticed. Like, last couple of weeks, I've barely seen any of the A rushes.
Yeah, because everyone knows it now.
It's been more just outside. Okay, let's see if the B hit will work. Also, the rotations are a little bit further away. Susp, Nilo looking to defend. Susp starts off strongly. Nilo follows through. And I was going to say there was no way through, but maybe there is a chance. Susp, though. Oh, that's brilliant. xKacpersky, last player standing. Prison's already made it over towards the bench. xKacpersky's got no idea. Yeah, this tucked in position is going to win the round. Or the Martinez AWP shot. One of the two. We'll lock it in, although... Oh, spotted but not claimed. Brilliant round again out of Susp.
Will you learn your lesson, old man? This B site is locked out.
But maybe if we go there one more time, it'll work.
To be fair, they only have to get through there once, you know?
That's it.
And they've won.
Or you could go A.
Yeah, we could go B 3 times more.
Hero AK, xKacpersky. And it's gone. Although, Snappy not spotted under. But Roland is just killing everyone.
Some frags. He's not had many opportunities. Snappy had the bomb. They want to let Brolin get some frags. Do NiP. Confidence for him. Oh, nice shot from sjuush. Considering no armor, he actually got shot first as well. That's a pretty remarkable kill to hit.
Watch this be the craziest 2v5 to close the map.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, sjuush is already repositioning towards ramp. Obviously, the main source of power in this round is Note grabbing the bomb. There goes sjuush, and there goes note. Not happening as much as we tried to speak it into existence. That's double digits for Heroic. What's that saying? Something crazy comebacks always happen in CS2.
Yeah, you kind of spoke this into existence, to be honest.
Heroic, I expect my check in the mail.
And maybe take the time out. They'll have the rifles out. Got the AWP 2 for down.
Surely you can't go B with the AWP.
He tried once, didn't he? Didn't work out. It's a boost instead. Yeah, he wouldn't have wanted to go B because Martinez has started that.
Oh, Molly missed. That does mean that you'll probably give more attention in towards middle. If you're Heroic. Elo in ladder. They always seem to have this mid control, NiP. It's just about what they can do with it after the fact. Ooh. Nade would have been well placed. Still could be. Nope. He just moves forward, ahead. It's a good timing. xKacpersky. Snappy says A.
Okay, well, they'll avoid the AWP at least. There are going to be 3 riflers here you have to contend with. At least Nilo isn't one of them. Thought xKacpersky was maybe going to lurk mid, but he's just going to group up with them. Sus tucks in towards Firebox. Brolin back to ticket. And Crizin playing over stairs. Utility comes over. No, just sitting ahead of the flames. There comes the smoke. There comes the burst. There comes Brolin. A great instant headshot. Sus hasn't needed to reveal himself yet because the kills are coming through from his teammates. And now Sus is in the round-winning position.
Expounded.
Oh, and Note is found too, but Sus never cleared. It's the bomb spammed out. xKacpersky and Note, they combine. Where's his final player? 10 seconds, the swing, and now you know.
It's the bomb.
xKacpersky's so far away, he has to pick up the bomb. He has to plant. He's just got to stick it. Martinez thinks it's a fake, but the bomb goes down. Now the retake on. xKacpersky wondering, has Martinez moved around? Martinez has got to wonder, where has xKacpersky moved to? Does the shadow spot? No, it's the swing out. Martinez, patient, will close out the 1v2 and keep Heroic in it.
Oh my goodness me. Finally, output from Martinez to close a round for Heroic. The fact that he is patient, the fact that he waits for that bomb to go down. xKacpersky just feels so unsettled in that situation. I thought his angle was so good. He just holds jungle. He lets Martinez out. But no, the internal timer kicks in. NiP still favored, but this is all of the rounds. The utility not really here for NiP. But neither is the personnel on A. That will start to shift and change. Feels like this push up through con could be quickly arriving, but
Timing's good for xKacpersky. Sus never saw him, but Nilo might. Oh, he looks back.
wow.
Can't believe he looks back at that timing. Susper just cleared it, and then Stown gets caught in the smoke. Oh, this is looking like it's going to OT. A 10-2 half into overtime. Heroic have pulled off the comeback.
That's amazing. Like, fair play, Heroic. Like, what a brilliant comeback that is. We have seen 4 T rounds. All map. Every single player steps up for Heroic when necessary. Spoke about it looking cosmetic rather than competitive. But no, they are right back in the thick of things now, and all of the pressure now mounts on the shoulders of NiP. Look at this. They're into overtime, and they call the timeout immediately. That's the only one they've got for the rest of this match, unless it goes OT again.
Unbelievable. They felt like they could have had this in round 23. A 2-on-1 undone by Martinez. You just need one T round in this OT and you think you've got it in the bag.
This feels so much like state ranks, doesn't it? You know, the Inferno game. NiP just so much in the lead. Heroic able to come back. That one they were able to win. This one is just an extension of play. Watch NiP get the first round in OT here.
Hit on B as well. No, it's an aid.
Very proactive over at ramp as well. Look, they've pushed. They've got the space. Does that change the setup and the dynamic of the round? Potentially, Crizzen staring. But it's Martinez that will also secure. That's the bomb dropped and picked up. Spam brilliant through the smoke, got onto Stown. NiP are falling apart.
Yeah, it's just too obvious what's about to play out. Sus has seen note. Martinez will pluck him. It's felt all too simple.
Wow. And you know what's hilarious? The switch up for Heroic in this round is they put Nilo A, just in case. You can't avoid him forever. Hilariously, they go B when he's not there. He's still able to get that double kill. Get more fresh air in if you're snappy. But Heroic have breathed new life into their map pick.
Struggling to find these kills. And Martinez is feeling emboldened. He had a really rough start, but he's certainly warmed into things. He'll leave pretty soon, but the kill comes through before he goes, and he's looking for more. Oh, when he even gets a second. Pure confidence. As NiP is shredded. Yeah, no, you can try to make a play now, but it's so obvious this is coming. Everyone's holding.
Crizzen will cook, but look at the re-aggression. I love this so much. Out of Susp. Rollins and Palace. sjuush and Stown are just isolated in the middle of the map. No clue where to go. Every angle feels dangerous. And the AWP is, of course, always on the angle. sjuush, not a whole lot he can do. NiP have been silenced. It could be back-to-back flawless rounds here for Heroic. And it will be a quad out of Martinez. Body language has completely changed sides.
$10-2 up. 12-7. Where they managed to get it to. Only one round has even come close since that moment that they found 12. Yeah, the default's just not working. They're getting picked apart. You just got to keep it direct. Tech9 and a Deagle part of the play. Moving here to A could be the right time for it. No one's actually playing up close. Brolin at triple, falls back to Ticket. And a play above this smoke, see if he can catch anything on the edge of it. And he will. No, dispatched of. sjuush, low, snappy, falls. sjuush finally gets one back, but Brolin quick on the trade. xKacpersky trying to get tricky, stuck on Nilo. Can't find him, can't find anything. Heroic They don't drop a round in OT.
Please use progressive flashbangs, NiP. You use all of your flashbangs to get the players out ramp. You don't use any to force Brolin off ticket, to force these players back on jungle. Every single flash was used for entry. And because there's not a single follow-through, Heroic have just got free reign. And Joe, I know you're operating with a Tech 9 and the Deagle, but that has been a consistent thing on this T side. The util has been used to get them in, but not to get them further forward. And Heroic, they are so free just to break the smokes continuously. Recycle grenades of their own. Make life difficult. But now, it's this T side that was elusive for Heroic as well. But they've got 3 chances to gain 1 round.
Yes, don't forget that both these teams got 2 T rounds. But your confidence is shot right now if you're NiP. I feel like nothing has been working. It's almost an opening kill. xKacpersky does get it. So Nilo picked. Sus limping. xKacpersky, a little bit of something.
Great flash.
So no, gets the frag, and then Martinez punishes down. Player advantage. Players are low, but you've got more of them.
Look at sjuush. He's under a lot of pressure because he knows about Connector. He also knows about Palace. He's just got to try and pick an angle, and he's got to be delicate. Krisen walking over the top, but that's where Brolin will step in and get the trade. You can do that because you got the advantage. Snappy, first responder on the scene. Here for NiP, but Brolin is locked in and holding for him. And this is going to be the beginning of the end. Surely. Note has been superb. But a 1 versus 3 offered up to his plate. And NiP is starving for rounds. A kit scooped. A double up in default. Martinez jiggles, confirms the angle, and locks in the kill. What a comeback for Heroic. 10-2 down, and they win flawless in overtime.
Absolutely incredible from Heroic. An insane CT hold. You get 2 rounds in that first half. You think you're done and dusted, right? Like, that's just such a hit. The comeback, it takes... I do hope we see a bit more out of the T side of Heroic here on Nuke. We've seen them played a few times, and it felt like with each further map we saw from them, it did feel like it did get a bit more evolved, but like that first outing was very samey, right? It was very much going outside or going ramp. Like that was their 2 strats. It was either Krisen outside by himself and everyone else going towards ramp, or it was Brolin inner by himself and everyone outside. So we'll see what Heroic bring out when it gets to that half, but I'll be very happy they got the CT side ahead of them.
Only 1 set of dualies for Heroic. Lots of utility for NiP. And they're going to get things off with a bang. Dualies land on top part. Martinez blind, but still gets a kill. Roland then steps in, but look at all of the outpour of frags for NiP. They set the tempo early. It's classic Snappy, and now Nilo placed in a really tricky position. First kill was his. Don't want to give him isolated fights, and that's exactly why NiP back out. A silent drop towards this A bomb site. The regrouping over at Squeaky. The spot as well for Nilo. Playing quite well together, especially with xKacpersky swinging. Much better out of NiP. They needed that.
Yeah, I guess I remember the taste of a T-side round. Pistol, best way to get things going and keeping it direct. No mucking around. Straight out through hut. All the standard utility comes through. It's a classic for a reason. Thought for a second that the hold was going to come through for Heroic when that first kill comes through from Martinez. Then you have a little edge that Brolin's playing, but no, not enough to get it done. Force buy though. Heroic looking to return the favor. Of course, could backfire spectacularly, especially as the opening kill comes to note.
And a follow through. Now you just have to deal with 5-7s. Roland waiting. Might be given this chance on to note. He was the star for NiP. He was the most consistent player throughout on Mirage. He's being very diligent right now. Doesn't want to give up a kill. Doesn't want to give over a Galil either. sjuush holding in case Sus climb up the ladder. Meanwhile, it is NiP being annoying in main. A player in rafters spots out Susp. It's now very tricky for Heroic, and sjuush drops down to make Susp's life non-existent. Nilo and Brolin just have to save. And they'll try their best to.
It's going to hide down in lower, where you can save now if the bomb's planted on 8. And if you just want to remove everything, I don't know if it's really worth the hunt if you give over a Galil. But Snappy gone around the corner.
Oh.
It's okay, but there we go. There's that Galil. Nilo, nice couple of frags. Mac 10 could get picked up as well. So you get a little bit to fight the next round with.
You drop the pistols over as well. That's 4 weapons, technically, for Heroic. Great opener onto Martinez. The second shot is so sharp. Nilo was the bane of NiP's existence on Mirage. He was always too Lorgar. They're providing the PCs for the StarSeries main event, www.lorgar.com, as sjuush gets a little bit stuck on his teammate, but that molly is going to push Susp out of hut, and ramp is completely open.
Yeah, Nilo not home. So they're just going to walk through. He's playing in heaven, wanting to be active with that Galil. Or you can watch outside. But they're just going to walk down. There's no one here to stop them. Well, very straightforward round for NiP. I suppose you know, right? It's a Galil and Mac 10 kept over. Nothing else. Ramp does feel like a pretty reasonable option. Because you're probably not going to employ, even though Nilo is the ramp player, you're not going to employ that Galil on ramp because it feels like a wasted opportunity with the hero rifle.
Oh. If anyone dies here, of it being Chrism, it's fine. And to be honest, I think you just want to throw bodies at this if you're Heroic, because you're buying into the next round anyway. Although maybe the time is just too far gone now. That's 600 for Brolin. Oh. And Nilo will be dropped right at the very end. Alright, there we go. Good fight back immediately. 3-0 for NiP. They got the pistol, they got the conversions. But now we get to see what the heroic gun rounds look like.
I think Martinez will be happy what Nilo has managed to reward him with. I think the couple of 5-7 kills and the Galil frag have, allowed that AWP. You'll just start round, so it's going to allow more players towards A, but direct outside, Note's gotten across and they don't know about it.
They won't know about top main or player over at red either. Snappy will cross. Prison surely dealt with by Kaspersky, and rips A apart. And Nilo finds down, sure, but who cares? Because the entire bomb site deleted and then some by Kaspersky. What a sequence.
That's some pent-up rage from Mirage.
Give him the ace.
Yeah, I mean, that was just gorgeous, those 3 kills. And he will get the ace. AWP recovered. Kaspersky gets 5. Or get completely undone by one man.
Wow.
All heads.
That's tough. That's really tough. Of course you take a timeout after that round. That was your first full gunny, and you've been completely dismantled by an angry Polish man. Let's see these odds. Provided by Stake. Yeah, makes sense. Given where the game is right now. As we've said before, weekly reload of $35. If you click the banner below the stream, Martinez has got a scout, 5.7s. For the rest of Heroic, NiP, it should be 5 of the very best rounds to start Nuke.
Can't hope for much better than just to dominate your T side like this. Right now, our NiP. Nilo's on AWP drop duty again. An AK would be really nice. Ooh, Martinez doing some damage. Oh, that was a tag. Take another, it wouldn't be too bad. They're coming over. Oh, and they're waiting for that swing. So no AK held, but Martinez. Some really nice shots with the scout. One more? No.
Well, he's got AWP money now. I mean, beautiful sequence of shots, but the reality is it's kind of inconsequential right now. sjuush is on 9,000. xKacpersky very similar. Heroic have to stick the landing in round 6. Otherwise, it's going to start feeling very similar again to Mirage. I don't think a comeback is happening on the T side of Nuke. I like this opportunity, the walkthrough. Feels like sjuush is ready for this possibility. Flashbang, brilliant. Martinez will be dealt with. And Prison outside, trying to find an opportunity. Brolan will find his mark, and there goes Prison. He was ready for another player. This is looking a lot better. If at NiP put back into the 2 versus 3 and Stown, he's on an adventure. He might catch Prison, but Prison feels very aware of this.
It's all going to come to the timing, isn't it? I think Stown might have his number. Oh, still headshot rains out. But now we're into the 2-on-2. xKacpersky, he can drop down, grab this bomb. Potentially just come through lobby to link up with Stown. Feels like Stown's maybe just going to fake out some presence down here, but I don't think they're going to commit lower.
Nilo.
Still looking for the response. There it is. xKacpersky takes the head off Nilo, and it's got to be Brolin who opened this round up with 2.
And now they're going B as well.
Together, down to that B bomb site. Brolin does ascend, but has come back down. Can he find the timing? No, he goes back up. Looked like he was going to try and catch them there. Still has a chance in this with Stown so low. Maybe he doesn't fancy his odds. Going to reposition towards single. Doors closed. xKacpersky up in the rafters. Nade. That will take out Stown. Fantastic. And now a chance for Brolin. Up on top. Nice little movement, but xKacpersky's ready for it. It was the right idea from Brolin, but xKacpersky works that round like magic.
So does Stown. That really good timing. Onto Prison. xKacpersky just waits very patiently. Now another timeout being called by Heroic. Because again, that was a round that you shouldn't have dropped in the slightest. You're in the player advantage. You've got really good space all over the map. Outside's been dealt with. But ramp open for the taking yet again. And that's been fairly consistent out of Heroic. Haven't had this dedicated player. You've normally had someone just flexing. Relied on the fact that Nilo did so well on B, on Mirage, that NiP don't really want to challenge him again early. The fact that Crizzen gets the dinker and not the kill will also sting. The reposition out of xKacpersky is just brilliant. It's so hard for Brolin to manage his angles. No AWP for either party. NiP, I don't mind that all that much. Crizzen, searching. And spammed out in the round. Brilliant. Stown, Martinez is dead as well. This is a disaster for Heroic.
It's alright. They just need 2 rounds in this first half and they're fine. B gamble, but NiP just walk through main. Here the util, players in towards heaven. Sound just walked all the way through from, I don't know, outside ramp somewhere. He's managed to go all the way in. 7-0, and nothing to say so far for Heroic.
You'd argue that this is currently looking worse than Mirage. For NiP, you gotta be sat here thinking, how do we not close? Could have been a wipe on Mirage. 7-0 up on this T-sider of Nuke. It's such a roller coaster of a series. You think about all the emotions that Heroic went through, and then you inverse that for NiP. It's a lot to deal with mentally. Susp yet to get a kill. Crizzen's only got 1. The frags just haven't been here. xKacpersky's 10-1.
Pop. Susp has a chance, but the smoke's going to block things, and I think it's not going to go. Oh, Brolin actually wins out that engagement. And I feel like xKacpersky is just going to bring him down and leave. Brolin traces the tracers.
I think that's the second opening kill for Heroic all CT side. Oh, does Stown not see Crizzen? Because Crizzen definitely sees Stown. Adjustment is good enough, though. Only the Deagle. So he can manage. Susp waiting patiently by the door. Nilo needs to pass his test over at Rampart as well. No. Oh, creeps out. This timing is good for Nilo. You've still got a double setup on this A-bomb site. Stown's down B, but linking up with him is going to be the tricky point. Finally, it feels like Heroic have got another chance. They've got the player advantage. The half HP for Brolin, that's going to end his life. Susp over the top of Hut. Able to at least get 1 kill, but now Snappy and Stown are going to try and crunch upon him. Bomb gets planted. It's down. Oh. Not ready for Susp, and this should be the lock-in for Heroic, and it will be. Nice headshot onto Snappy. Finally, a round back here for Heroic.
Snappy just needed to clear in towards Squeak there if they wanted to make that round work. That was not much of a look-in. But first round for Heroic, Susp gets 3 in it as well. That's fantastic for him. Is the equation. Brolin with the opener. Nilo just getting a great timing there as well. Gonna need a whole lot more where that came from.
0 flash assists for all of Heroic.
Again, this fight, Brolin gets grazed. Nilo's taking some space off all of this contact. And he'll get xKacpersky.
Nice.
Orb now steps in. That's more like it.
That's really good initiative. That's something we've not yet really seen out of Heroic. I mean, I know Krizen's tried to cross towards Redbox a couple of times. No. Will now make his way through. Deal with Roller. Suffs will get the trade on note, but Stown outside still proving to be a little bit of a problem. Snappy will be able to link up. He goes down secret. Heroic retake lobby. Stown is really just hoping for an opportunity. But it might be Nilo that deals with him. His timing feels very good for Nilo. Oh, and he will catch him walking down secret. There's the claim, and now Snappy's in a tricky 1v3.
Already a player here at ramp, and okay, we'll get over and get the bomb down. So can't stop that, but Martinez in hot pursuit. An isolated fight, can't quite win it out. So 2 in a row for Heroic. That one should have always been theirs with 2 nice openers off that push in towards ramp. That was an interest garnered by NiP with this couple of kills outside, but Heroic cover their tracks. It's a classic lobby crunch, or lobby push. There's the AWP. Kill comes down. Money for days for NiP though. No AWP for Stown this time. Keeping with the AK. Just tries to get in towards Vent and gets destroyed. Martinez gets his pick. And it's looking great until Kaspersky does get one back.
Martinez doesn't really need to overcook here. Timing in main again. Never mind, it goes the other way. Brolin still gets the kill and then follows through on Snappy. And they know that Kaspersky was in lobby, because that's where he got his kill. Sus blocks it in with the headshot. Free on the spin for Heroic.
A lot of props to Brolin. Mentioned it that, you know, when he first came into this roster a week ago, that's in those kind of first couple of games, I think that Nuke was where he immediately shone on the CT side. He's very good at locking down door. I've seen that here in these rounds.
When he first came in a week ago.
Yeah, all that week ago.
Been a lot of officials, to be fair.
That's true.
Stake
That's
odds
true.
still favouring NiP. Makes sense. They got 7 rounds on T's side, but if Heroic make it 7-5 and win the pistol, it's basically even.
Yeah, you know what? Most of the series they've played since making the changes have been 3 maps. The one versus FOKUS, the one versus Astralis are the only ones that are different. It's the 9th best of 3.
Feels like we've
Might also be 3
commentated
maps.
at least 6 of them.
True.
Oh, big break. That's what Krizen gets as well. Another opening kill here for Heroic. No. Ooh. That's got a very good timing. They've got no idea that he's here until Nilo snaps. Breaks his neck. It's down then. Oh, doesn't get caught by Krizen. What a flick. So keeps it relatively even here. Still the player disadvantage. Roland's now gone down the vent. Stown starts to search. Oh, if he can get this time and if he can get this kill. Oh, it's a different story. Instead, the bomb's dropped. And it feels like Heroic. They're going to continue to maintain their streak.
Tell you what, yeah, Nilo hits breaks a neck, but it's down. It's a wrist breaker. Well, that bomb getting caught ends the round, you feel. Honestly, you just want to go sit on the roof right now if you're Kaspersky. Maybe he wants to pick up this AWP. That's been his command. Because you can see the money is not good. Tell you what, Heroic get 5, and like this is such a different conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
Because like they didn't get the pistol, so and then they forced and lost. So it's been 4 gun rounds they've lost. So basically, if they get 5,
that was after time.
Oh, that's not good. If Heroic get 5, they've actually really got an 8 when you think about it.
Well, that's not how that works, but okay. I understand what you're saying.
It makes sense. Don't question it.
Okay, sure.
If I return an item I bought, I've made money. Get it?
Well, no, you're just getting your money back.
Oh, you don't get it. You don't get it. It's fine. All right, outside. That's where NiP look to go. Galil's for the most. Kaspersky, yeah, that is not the weapon he wants in this round. Just a sidearm to get it done. And see you later note. Just spammed out. At least Kaspersky gets an upgrade. This is just direct down.
Oh, he's
Oh,
dead.
and another one from Krisin.
Brilliant.
2 bodies. You got to rotate players now.
Yeah, you feel like that's happening already, but it isn't. Finally, Nilo will drop forward. Krisin doesn't want to go down the vent. I don't blame Heroic for that decision. Where does Nilo park himself? That's the next question. Maybe on top of Silo? No. Instead it is just in the corner. He's hearing them jumping about now as well, so surely that's going to force a rotate. A second body down in towards this B bomb site. This angle is either fantastic and wins the round, or he gets destroyed instantly, and now it's a disaster because Heroic don't have space. Here we go. Door swings open. Nilo. Oh, we'll find both. And now Snappy can't do a whole lot. Knows about Nilo. He's also dealt with Brolin, but he can't handle Nilo. 5 rounds in a row for Heroic. They spare their blushes on the CT side.
Another comeback? Is it really happening? 5 rounds in a row for Heroic to give them a fighting chance into this second half. But it's the T side they have to get it done on. Seen some of their struggles previously on it. And they turn the tides. Pistol required, double dualies to keep them at bay on A.
And ramp. And that's where the bomb is. Shush. Oh, thinks, but not claims. No, will step in. Kaspersky now starts to activate as well, but he gets dropped too. Good awareness by Heroic. Put it back into the 3-on-3. Remember, sjuush is still dinked. I love this out of Snappy and Note. They're now pushing. Radio together. But how far do they extend? There's also this crazy lurk timing. Because Susp is outside. sjuush has dropped down B. They don't know that yet. And now Brolin feels like he's just got to go in towards the site. He can plant for heaven. That's the key detail. Martinez then steps through on Note. sjuush and Snappy step forward. And they're chasing ghosts. They're trying to look for Martinez. Now Brolin's completely disappeared. How's this timing? Oh, Snappy didn't see him. And that allows Brolan to look back. sjuush. He was the guy that was dinked. It feels like it's all over in this pistol here for NiP. Heroic are going to continue their winning streak.
What a round from Berlin. Thought it was all done and dusted at multiple avenues. That round could have been undone. He's soloed with the bomb after losing his support at ramp. Manages to disengage from ramp. xKacpersky steps into HUT, hoping to be that trump card that removes him. Berlin anticipates it. And then he's just careful on when he jiggles back to look and see if that push is coming through from ramp. He spots it. Confirmation. Sus gets into heaven. Bomb goes down. And then Snappy just gets the worst timing ever. Or just doesn't see him. Maybe both. A force fight for NiP. They lose this. And Heroic will be in a great place to get into the lead.
Nice nade. Give Susper a little bit of a reality check. Heroic will still cross outside. That molly is very good. So on to Snappy. He won't deploy his utility. Prison now scales. He takes deep space down. Aware of the potential possibility and notes the Eagle somewhat box Prison in. There's so many bodies out here for Heroic. And I like this. Waiting for the reaction. sjuush. Jiggled, but dealt with it immediately. Brolin just makes a move. He just excuses himself.
Chance here with 5-7. First kill comes, and the second, not there, but decent damage. Prison manages to free himself from his cage, gets out, Note removed. Now Prison can go into heaven. You feel like this will just be a convergence upon, well, maybe not this bomb site. Oh dear, they're going to come back up. They're going to come back up, and at least Prison's here.
Time. Go B.
Final player.
Go B.
You're going to find the fight. They're just going to look for him. They have to either get this bomb down or kill him. And xKacpersky, he's making it tricky. The bomb not being stuck. And Sus needs to find the frag. Oh my god, they let it slip, and it is a head in hands moment. That was Heroic's ticket back into Nuke.
Just go B. Just go B. The bomb is in the vent. Or at the very least, just up above it. You got 12 seconds. You can easily run away there. You know he's in HUT. He can't deny you. But instead, it is just 1v1 after 1v1 being taken. That is poor, and that is panicked from Heroic. And that's also the inability to change what you want to do in the mid-round. What a disaster. What an absolute disaster for Heroic. That's how their streak ends on Nuke.
Why is he with the max 10 into HUT? I just... all the way you wanted that 2v1 to play out. We're now going to actually go to B, but now there is the play here. Note steps in and gets two there.
Wow.
Bomb has been planted.
Lurk's been dealt with. Prison's hoping someone drops down the vent, but they're just going to circumnavigate it. Nothing being offered up. Susp stays active. Hit on xKacpersky, and it's an entire array of players coming out from the ramp. Susp looking for the headshots. First comes his way, second not offered up. The bomb, not the commit, but Chris in Tech 9. So difficult. Need to swarm him. xKacpersky will defuse, and I'll be 9 for NiP.
I was really looking at the minimap and I was figuring out who had the kit there for NiP, because that was actually very scary because of the time. I think Sus does brilliantly there, just to stay at the back of sight, live for as long as possible. He gets that kill on Stown. It maybe is a different story. More seconds would have been burned off that clock. But no, all under control. We once again say thank you to Lorgar for providing the official PCs for the main StarSeries event. www.lorgar.com. As Heroic forced in, didn't work. Now they've got the Eagles, and they have given sufficient runway now for NiP to take their map pick.
Lovely from Stown. Had on a swivel. Feels like he's playing refrag out here. Hitting all those shots. Oh, I'm so sad for Heroic. But it's not done yet. It's not done yet. Just gets a whole lot harder. From where it should have been 9-8, it's now what? 10-6.
Final timeout as well. But as you say, Lucy, the gun rounds, that's where Heroic were finding their mark. We now have a gun round. They want to have a say to how Nuke's played out. They have to win this, and wow, Stake are having their own say. And they think now with the scoreline being 10-6, now with NiP resetting Heroic, there is no way back in for them on this map.
Now it gets pulled down low early. So run away. Prison has managed to get through in towards Garage.
They don't know.
This timing looks fantastic. Opening kill with xKacpersky. Big head to find.
And now you're going to try and go ramp, but that means that Note is here. Can't deliver a multi. Instant trade for Heroic. Wally's going to force Snappy back. There is a pathway to go in towards the B bomb site if you want it, but Heroic not interested. sjuush slides into the CT vent. Crizzen now starts clearing, but he's completely by himself. Has to clear this angle, and he will. Very diligent from Heroic. 4v2. Now for NiP, but was down on 15 HP. You're never really attempting this.
That's really well worked from Crizzen outside. Sort of success that he looks for when he does go on those lurks solo. And if he just put a lot of focus elsewhere early, I think because they're going for that aggressive push in towards Hut. And also that you've seen that all, I think it emboldens Crizzen to continue making the move. Just finding the frag, staying alive, being a nuisance. So a 7th for Heroic. Money is absolutely fine for NiP. And they'll be able to hold on to what they've got.
Terrorists win.
All right, going back to like route 1 of their Nuke game plans, which is Crizzen outside, try and find a kill. And this round it worked. I still want to see more variety from them. Head in hands for xKacpersky. You're still in the lead by quite a significant margin. It isn't doom and gloom just yet.
I feel like I said the exact same thing on Mirage when about Kaspersky as well when it was like 10 to 3 or something, or 10 to 4.
You were winning this map 7-0. That does have to be said.
Yeah. And it's only because of that man's actual heroics in that 4-spy round that it's not worse than it is.
That's true.
Berlin lobby, everyone outside round.
See, I thought it was going to be get a little bit of space outside, then pop A. But with the lobby player being removed early...
And Nilo's gone back to fill that role.
This should be a kill.
Oh, Chris, see you later, buddy. As easy as you like.
Good trade.
At least the trade is there from Susp.
That was necessary. The issue you've got now is you've committed, I'd argue, too many players outside. Because we still enter this common feeling of linking up between the three heroic bodies. Most common reaction when you lose outside is to push lobby. That's what Nilo is hoping for, but instead, Kaspersky, oh, not able to get the kill. Does a lot of damage onto Sut. Just will find Nilo. Trade out of Martinez. Stoun's here with the AWP, just trying to lock off main and Squeaky at the same time. Should be able to at least find one of these fights, surely. As he locks in on Hut. Careful not to be walked upon, and he isn't. Jump spot as well will confirm Martinez. 15 seconds. As he's completely and utterly trapped. He knows where all of these players are, he just can't deal with them. NiP up to 11.
Yeah, this is a bit more of some of the rounds we saw earlier on in Nuke from them in some of their first outings. Kind of picked apart there. Chris just walks through the smoke to his death when they're already in the 4-on-5. And you can't blame him for trying to make the play. I mean, he has found some success on that in this half. It ends up feeling a little foolish. It was well back in, but Stoun gets a good timing onto Sus. They were definitely navigating a way back into the round. It relied on timings, which didn't favour them.
Saw the pop up there as well. 80k doing a giveaway of 8 gaming mice. Prison. Oh, looking to maybe give away his life outside again. Oh, flick is
That hit.
lovely. Out of Stoun. Not a clean kill, but it's good enough. No. Playing the smoke fade with Heroic. A dangerous game. One in which he'll win out one fight onto. Snappy. Dodged, but spotted as well by Heroic. And he's got to make a decision whether to commit to the fight or leave. Martinez will fall in the meanwhile as Kaspersky pushes, and then Stoun will find Krisen outside. So that means you have to go downstairs to deal with Snappy.
And no other way into the round, but now he's got support. Moves over. Snappy is spotted, but still gets his kill. Nice one out of Berlin. Well, you know where Snappy is. Gottenbach. Oh, a lovely snap up from Snappy. And that's 12 now for NiP.
And that's no money, if I'm not mistaken, for Heroic. Very tough. At least, again, look, they've rebounded to a certain extent here after being down 7-0. But after that 4-spy loss, you always were just assuming that NiP were going to lock in this map. And that's the way it's transpired. 5 in a row needed for Heroic. They've already done one comeback, but getting another one feels really out of sight right now.
Well, at least they pulled off that comeback on map one,
That's true.
or this series would be out of the question right now. NiP should be sitting here with this all done and dusted. Ancient is the decider. It was a somewhat risky decision from Heroic to remove Inferno to force it down. Didn't have to. Could have left that in and removed Ancient, which would have forced NiP to send it to Inferno. It'd be fresh territory for these two teams to contest upon.
I thought we were good then.
Xad would hate those headphones.
Don't need to mention him.
Smiles back for Kaspersky. Sun's out, smiles out. 12-7. You've never been in this position and lost before.
That's so BM. Yeah, money is where I thought it would be for Heroic. Your MVP weapon is a Mach 10. To be fair, on your MVP player. However, it ain't looking good. I think we'll be shortly seeing this series reach a conclusion on Ancient.
He's just holding for Crizzen to walk through this. Triple smoke suggests that it will potentially happen. This is looking like a wrap in towards main with a pop onto the A-bomb site. Kaspersky waiting and ready, and there's that kill supported by Snappy. Sus does get one, Brolin two, and some interest into the round. Sjuush gets overwhelmed, but it's down. He drops down into the back side up, out and into the one-on-one. Brolin actually gets the kill, and Note is down on B. Thought they were potentially dropping. Brolin has some room to work. Note only now just starting to reposition.
So weird. Oh, this
Both
is
of them
so
expecting
awkward.
the other to appear on their bomb site.
Exactly, because it's been so long as well for Note. He's thinking, why hasn't he planted yet? Now Brolin's thinking, well, where is he? You're both playing your own mind games. Which I mean makes sense given the circumstances. Yeah, Note is so locked in that this is going to be the B bomb site. Oh, and it might be. It surely isn't with this time. He's just going to go and clear lobby. Could still drop vent. Could go B.
He won't.
He
Surely
will.
not.
He will.
But he's just cleared everything. Oh, but the smoke's gonna work.
He's planting.
The smoke's gonna work. Bomb goes down. Brolin has the AWP.
When does the penny
When does
drop?
the penny drop for Note?
I don't know. I don't know. Surely now.
Hello, someone tell him. Someone tell him. There we go. Someone's worked it out. Note's on his way.
But you're not holding
Brolin
round.
has the AWP. He's not holding active.
Is the door open?
This is mind games. Everyone's playing each other.
It's closed.
No one's playing chess. This is all checkers.
He's sticking it. Roland, he's sticking it right in front of your face. Open the door and get the kill. He will. Oh, what a weird 1v1. But it's one in which Heroic will win.
Fantastic round from Brolin. Fantastic round. He manages to close it. A 1v2 to keep Heroic in it. A desperate position. He's having a great map.
Oh my god.
That was one of the 1v1s of all time.
Did you get nervy yet? Surely not. Especially not with that push. And now the king is dead. And Crizzen's going to go on another adventure outside. He's so relentless in his pursuit to do this. And Snappy knows the game. Knows it so well. Sus, top main. Dealt with. And also you see a gun barrel. Kaspersky sees the gun barrel, but Martinez will still get the kill. 4v2. I think we've reached the conclusion of Nuke. Unless something disastrous happens here for NiP. Kaspersky is only on 5 HP. You've got no map control if you're heroic.
You have got that kill on Kaspersky, but that was the low HP player.
Now you go back outside, probably. Maybe you can catch Snappy, but Snappy shouldn't move from back garage. Should not be strafing into the open here. 35 seconds. No one's on B. Oh, they're going to go around the world. They're going to go into main. Note starts dropping. Snappy should be closing this round out. They don't look back at him. Martinez misses the shot as well to guarantee the trade. Now players can just come up the vent. And they will. A swinging at door. An escalation up the vent. Heroic can't come back again. And we need a decider between these two.
Yeah, honestly, if that second round doesn't go that way, right, the force fire, there really was some legs into that. You know, if they had been able to reset them, get that good build early, that would have been a lot closer. Very close in the end for some aggressive mid takes, but not always. Seems to depend what mood they're in. We know that NiP are going to be fighting for it consistently.
Especially on CT, sjuush is such a good, reliable player when NiP fight for mid. We saw how many multi-kills he was getting against Echo on this map in particular. And I think it is going to come down, as we say, a lot about middle. And we can get into it and stop speculating. Let's continue the battle together with Stake here. Deciding map here. The qualifiers, winner will go through and play Magic. Goalies for Kaspersky. It's for posture A.
This looks pretty direct. Martinez has a whole belt of util in his pockets. sjuush and Stown in middle. Berlin might just have a little bit of a lurk here, but that bomb won't be committing out this way. Smoke has completely missed the mark and actually landed and blocked Berlin. I don't know how that's happened, but that means sjuush can now just fight forward. And he's able to hold on for now to isolate some fights, but Nilo does eventually run him down. And there, the kill onto Stown. Berlin got the gush. 4 on 3, Note, and Snuffy's actually pushed all the way out, but a player behind default, not anticipated. Overlooked and killed. Prison runs forward, and it's on to Kaspersky. First of 3 required, and he doesn't have the kit. Does have a smoke. But loses his life immediately.
I think that they play that really well. Prison especially, because he gets the kill on site, and then he deliberately forces that fight in towards CT. And why does he do that? What does that accomplish? It makes it a one-on-one. And it makes it just immediately a level playing field. He wins out the fight against Note. Note's not ready for him just to swing that angle. And from there, you've got the positioning towards Donut. I love the scaling as well onto sjuush, because it's a beautiful shot here, but Nilo around the world and then back again to deal with Stown. Really impressed with the way that they handle that they adapt and they adjust immediately. Heroic. It's going to be the force fight for NiP. That's going to be the push out. And the molly will burn and do significant damage, but it's Kaspersky that gets the opener.
Good start to the force fight. That could have gone so wrong for Heroic in that pistol when that smoke does, like, it does the worst possible thing. Like, I don't know how you miss a smoke so badly that's destined for Donut that it lands in elbow. Couldn't believe it. Blocked Brolin. That might be one of the craziest miss smokes I've ever seen. It was like watching it on the minimap fall back.
Yes, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But here comes that push out A main. So pieces are in the right place here for NiP, and they've got the player advantage. Heroic need to move now. That's why they've dropped this smoke, to give themselves a little bit of scaling. Flashbang forward. Snappy's head ripped off. The flashbang will at least delay proceedings for a moment. Note through the smoke, chiming in with the deagle. And the kills, oh, they're being collected by Kaspersky. Nilo low as well. But the double swing good enough for Heroic. But in comes that backstab down. Able to find one. Surely. Not anticipated. Martinez moves into long. And with 20 seconds left, He has to consider all the options. Maybe a knife out, maybe a move, but with the time, I'm pretty sure he's just going to go, oh, actually over towards this A-bomb site. So sjuush will grab a Galil. Martinez is out of there. We'll drop a smoke. Is he going to plant within it? He is, but this gives sjuush such a direct opportunity just to spam. But then also, information goes the other way. So Martinez can adjust accordingly. And now it is boiling down to these mind games. Martinez parks himself. Right behind Big Box. No kit. No smoke now for this bomb for sjuush. So he has to rely on audio alone. Martinez has got him locked in. Surely he knows exactly where he is. A jiggle, a fake out. He knows the bomb's not committed. Time starting to expire. sjuush tries to consider every angle, but Martinez hiding in plain sight just behind the box. Clutches up for Heroic, and they're able to get the force buy back.
Yeah, lovely against Heroic. They don't fall foul to those force guns, even with the disadvantageous early fight going the way of NiP. 4 on 5. They have to go up into B. xKacpersky, with that decoy, doing some serious work. 3 kills from it. He gets himself a hero rifle into this round. So a chance to make it threatening. No, I don't blame you, when only one player lives. You know that damage was done. This rifle do some serious work. Could cause the upset.
All you need to do if you're Heroic is just group together. That's spotted, surely. And it is. So that hero rifle has now been diminished. Just to a 3rd HP. At least he is alive, and at least he dodges that nade. The stack is somewhat in the right place currently for NiP. It's down pushed A main whilst all of this was going on, and it looked a little bit scary for Martinez, but he's able to escort the bomb. It feels like Heroic, they're now posturing for a smash and grab attempt on this B bomb site.
Stan keeps pushing, and xKacpersky can then start to move towards red, and he won't be too far away. But obviously low HP, so his impact becomes a little limited. We'll attempt to block that smoke. There was some success, but no, it still does cover the pathway. Ooh, thought he was going to fire off then. Could have potentially had his mark. Sus looks to round onto Snappy, but it's actually Krizin clearing cave. I think that should be the threat negated in this round. xKacpersky should just look to hold on to the M4. Yeah, he's going to go do that. All right, pass the test.
Yeah, especially with Martinez looking back on the snout and just making sure that flank is utterly dealt with. sjuush, no armor. That's the one on the way out. Doesn't get it. Instead, his head gets rocked by Nilo. So you're right. Rifle maintained. That's a small consolation prize. But the misery is piling on NiP early. It's the first time that Heroic have had somewhat of a lead in a map.
True. Yeah, they've actually had a good start. On the T side, no less. Sounds AWP. Now comes out. Snappy buys no util.
Okay.
Not sure what's going on there. But he eats a nade. That is painful. And his spike's coming his way. Flashbangs, great. Trades, you mentioned sjuush, normally good at mopping these up, but can't afford to overface. Down just about gets away with that one. Barely living as he limps away.
Look at Snappy. He's pushed. Martinez is holding. Martinez aware, timing. Oh, he's still fine. Snappy can't believe it. That was the round in the palm of his hands, and now he's just giving it back to Heroic.
That kill would have really changed things.
That would have been the bomb.
And a 4-on-2 instead, 3-on-3. Players low on each side, but it's down low with the AWP, not as threatening.
They can molly him.
This line. Will they, though? Does Martinez want to throw this? He's going to. Will it actually tick for any damage? 1. Martinez actually takes more. Stown still gets the kill. And now Martinez gets dropped, and it looks like it's all going to be okay. As Krizin can clash this up. Smoke deployed deep. Swap in weaponry. Another molly. Oh, okay. There goes Stown into the one-on-one. The spam so close. 20 seconds. His own smoke causing a bit of a concern. Didn't go quite deep enough. Note just standing on the other side, waits for that jump up, gets the kill, and gets the round.
Oh, he does not realize how close he was just to getting Note through that smoke. Really good proactivity from NiP in this round. I love the push down, catching Martinez. Snappy should have had Martinez, but Note will. I love the push through the red room smoke as well from Stown, just to support his mid players. And the readjustment, because he knows that with that molly thrown by Martinez, that Heroic are looking to scale in towards Cave. First round back, they CODs heavily with Heroic, and Sus ushered out of elbow. Snappy does even more damage onto Krizin.
They just burst up. See you later, Note. Snappy can't get it done. All the damage in the world. I mean, no one has more than half HP.
But you don't know that because it's all unconfirmed.
There's maybe, what, 150 HP between 5 players? That's so rough. That's so rough. You doing the maths?
Yeah.
I'll let you work it out, what the total HP is. But, I mean, it's just crazy. 10, 17, 28.
141.
141 HP across 5 players. They're going to have to go pretty far to live, funnily enough. Like, they got to get themselves to T-spawn or they're all dead. I don't think Martinez can live. Oh,
It's
maybe he can get around that corner. No, I think Martinez found a spot. Just about. Oh, okay, that might be the best spot where he went. 28 damage there. That's not bad.
That's so rough. That was so much damage being inflicted, but it was fatal the other way on NiP. And that's also in a round where you've just broken through. Tech pause comes in. Untimely for NiP. But at least it's quick. And they'll take an actual timeout so they can speak about things, but this CT side, it felt like it was off to the races. It's been put back in the paddock by Heroic. MP9 for Snappy. That really paints the picture of what the finances look like here.
Okay. Sound up. Needs to find some impact. Just look for those chances. And he might get it over towards A. That's where Heroic want to go. It's going to be a forward setup at the same time. Flashbang. Looks like it was going to really do some damage to the CTs, but they're somehow standing. Sjuush flushed out. There was nowhere for him to go. It's a sea of flames. He has caught a float in it. 5-on-4 early. He spotted the AWP. He got a lot of room to move.
So the key factor here is Roland holding. He's just holding the delicate pixel angle, and Note will walk straight into it. Ready for another, and that gets the confirmation. But it's down. He's the one that should be worried on this smoke fade. There's so many players here for Heroic. First kill belongs to him. Flashbang round the corner. Another peek out, but a missed shot. Oh no. Oh dear, it's fine. Susp able to trade. Roland, he's still out. In towards heaven. Snappy will find him. 3 versus 2. Bomb not committed yet. And there is a smoke up. Spam. Will it come forward for Kaspersky? Not quite. Oh, but it will afterwards. Susp on the retreat. Caught. This round's
such a
on.
Cool kill. Just knows that fallback, that timing on it when he's walking. Thing is, Snappy's so low. This is all on Kaspersky. Nice smoke to get onto the bomb. Didn't stick. There's no tap. Also into panic. And they are panicking. That's going to enable Snappy to lurk, and it's worked. Kaspersky, how about that? What a phenomenal round. Such an intelligent play. Both on that first kill. And in the way he baits out all of the positions to let Snappy lurk.
That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And this is how the round started. It was really weird. And you think Heroic have done enough by holding this lurk? Down, ironically, like, just it does so much. Gets Kaspersky on the angle in time because he's able to live. And then the AK runs out of ammo. So he stays alive for an extra 2 seconds when he otherwise shouldn't have. That would have been the bomb down. That would have been Heroic in afterplants. Instead, Kaspersky flexes his brain. And Heroic, it's their turn to call the timeout. Can this be consecutive rounds now for NiP?
If it is, it puts the brace on Heroic. Aggressive in mid. They managed to get up on towards heaven. Martinez might be under threat from Kaspersky. Is that Sam going to come? Can't quite manage it. Damage goes back the other way, in fact. So mid control taken, but not much they can actually get off it is the problem. It's always interesting how much downs are a part of these mid pushes. I don't always see an AWP getting this active.
He might be good for a frag as well. sjuush has to protect Stown here. Heroic regroup. Martinez on the close angle. You've got to be wide, and he'll get rid of Stown, and sjuush is only good for a kill. Martinez opens up mid. Slices NiP in half. And now this gets tricky. It's now Kaspersky's responsibility in Donut. Note is going to be able to pivot over. Prison's just having a little bit of a look. And I was going to say that was a nice spam because it baits in Kaspersky, but you know the 2 players are here. Martinez doesn't give a damn. A 3rd kill in the round. Now Brolin is searching B. Can this get weird? Maybe. We've got to clear out Snappy.
Oh,
and
it's
they can't.
Weird. It's done. Oh, yeah.
Why would you not go A?
Yeah, Martinez gets 3 kills and he can't believe it. You just run back to B with no info. The only info you have is that site itself is empty. But just charging through, lackadaisical in towards cave. Snappy's the cave player.
That's poor. That is really poor. Rush of bloods to the head for Heroic. Be clear. I mean, it's the right com, but also not really. And they can't trade the MP9 that's just tucked in the corner. Spurs gets on the angle in time. And as you say, that is going to completely flatline the economy here for Heroic. It is just Martinez's AWP. And to be fair, last round it was just Martinez's AWP. Saw that pop up as well for 80k gear. You're interested in peripherals? Check them out. But in addition to that, they're giving away 8 gaming mice as Kaspersky. Oh, okay. Isn't able to get sus, but Snappy's there on the trade. There's still 2 players on this B bomb site. Can Martinez unlock the door for Heroic? Oh, he's dead. Can Crizzen unlock the door for Heroic?
Yeah, it's now just a cycling of the CWP. It's down repositioned off this long angle.
Oh, don't you peek that.
NiP don't need to do a thing.
A double boost? That's going to see nothing?
Oh, I like it. A little jump. Hop. There you go.
Oh, well, there he is.
There he is. Found him. And cleaned up. Simple affair. That was the kill on the
Nice round out of
Martinez.
style.
Beautiful shot.
Starts to get a bit stressful now for Heroic. Martinez only on the Deagle. At least there's AKs for everyone else. Note is now the player getting active in towards middle, and he'll succeed. A lot of damage as well onto Nilo, but at least he's able to get one on the way out. It's a sjuush timely kill in towards mid. That is the intervention that keeps the player advantage intact here for NiP. Roland's lurks so far towards this side of the map have been pretty inconsequential. That needs to change, especially in this round.
Don't want to go anywhere near Donut, let me tell you. 2 players lying wait. Maybe take a look, and, well, there's one of those players. That's the bomb. That smoke will allow it to be scooped back up. Prison gets it. sjuush looks to try and catch him, and just about does. Barely. That could have been the round, thrown back into contention. Now it's just Berlin in a 1-on-4. Players low, but really difficult for him to put anything together here.
Apart from Stown, they will not pick you. They don't need to. Nice shot. Good reposition out of Note immediately. sjuush falls back. He is incredibly low. That would have been commed over by Prison. Note then steps into CT. But the reposition to big box, certainly favourable, especially with the time. Roland can't manage all of this. As he fake plants Note, we'll just bang him out through the box. NiP. They're now looking very good on this CT side. They've got a number of rounds in their favour. Yet again, without a bomb plant, I think Heroic could just reduce the pistols.
Yeah, some feels pretty straightforward. A nice shot from Berlin, but that's about all that's offered up in it. Slow start to the half, but with the guns, NiP are doing some good work. On the majority of the gun rounds. It's down. This force off the line. This fast way towards A has gotten them in. Where do you go from here? What do you get? At the moment, not so much. xKacpersky did get caught out. But sjuush has stepped through for 2 before Martinez gets his second.
That donut smoke's going.
Both going to fade, and there is a player coming through. Note on the other side. Just waiting. The distraction's coming off the rest of these players. How do you plant at this point? This is so difficult. You need to find a fight.
Oh, shadow spotted as well for Snappy.
Bang.
Bang. Dodged, but kill collected. You're going to go back towards Donut instead. Wide swing's good to get Martinez on the angle. Stown is trying to cut them off at the pass. He'll do so successfully. No way out for Heroic. And NiP keep chaining rounds together.
And there was a bit of a threat in that round with a couple of nice kills, but just never getting the bomb down. Stown recognizes, needs to go and cut off that rotation. And it's all locked in. Not the best time for Protect, straight out of the tag. Ah. I see. We've lost Snappy. It's been a pretty long series, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, bye.
Oh. He's back now. Come back.
Just
Down.
as one comes back, the other one leaves. Okay, no, he's here.
He never took his headset off.
We're all
Back into
good.
it.
Important gun round for Heroic. This is 5 rounds in a row now for NiP. Martinez with the AWP. Did so well in that previous round where he got 3 kills, and yet it just wasn't enough. As Heroic played themselves, so that they can't afford to do that anymore in this first half. They were winning this game 4-1. Now it's completely been taken back from them, courtesy of NiP. Bar scaling into heaven, boost up, and a kill. Out of Snappy making a double. Out of nothing, Snappy just swings. Kaspersky now wants to get involved on the line as well, but Snappy's done more than enough, surely. That's all the info.
You don't need to overextend now anyway. You've got these 2 players on B itself, and well, Kaspersky just spams out another. Kristen's got a crazy timing.
It's not going to matter.
He could. He'll catch down. We're into a
Okay.
2-on-2, and suddenly
get
it really
over?
does matter.
Good
Another.
enough. Chris has found another. Oh no. Maybe it did matter. Maybe it really mattered. 1v1. Kaspersky drops in the smoke. Now he's got to figure out where he wants to go in this 1v1. He's now just run with his knife out to grab another piece of block utility. He deploys it over towards the ramp again. And I love this. Oh, if he goes back towards Red Room. Oh, this is so smart. Because Kristen's going to waste all this time clearing, and then he's got no room to go A. So he has to go B. And the last thing he's expecting right now is this big wrap around the world from Kaspersky. Will steer clear angles, but still has to watch his back. Kaspersky, knife out, gun out, and kill collected. That is phenomenal from xKacpersky.
He's just been playing some lights out Counter-Strike. That's his 2nd round that he's delivered. With just a really heads-up play in the moment. Kristen's thinking it's got to be cave. Like, that's the only position you can be right now. Absolutely brilliant. Keeping this streak going for NiP. Most Heroic can hope for is 5. And with the trajectory, it's not feeling so likely.
God, they're just getting bullied in mid. One player needs to get a kill. Oh, and does. Important opening from Brolin. Heroic now look to take mid, but again, Note's on the move. Ready for it, though, is Brolin. Maybe 5 is, potentially, a round that Heroic can piece together in the final of this first half. As they make their excursion through the middle of the map, no one is keeping an eye on it. sjuush looks at A main. Laser focused in on Krisen. This would alleviate a little bit of pressure. And also would confirm to him that Heroic are on the way, but Krisen moves back. Just as his teammates step forward, sjuush is certainly a dead man. The question is, can he take any down? Yes, he can, but there's that backstab. 4 versus 2. It gets even worse because Brolin never left. This is it for Heroic. It's down. He has got clutches in him, but this one feels one step too far, especially with no utility. Martinez, trained on the angle. Locked in the corner. You got a donut player that can swing it as well. Martinez. Ooh. Will collect it, and Heroic will have 5 as the half ends.
Well, that fifth does come through a bit later than Heroic were hoping, and definitely feeling like they could have gotten away with more in that half, just with that 4-1 lead they were on. And that one fumbled round came not long after. That can all be forgotten. They can get off to a good start on their CT side. Pistol round looking like B, and Heroic have the bodies here to deal with it.
Oh, and the shots. It's down, removed instantly. Flashbangs actually just more affecting NiP than Heroic. What a counter from Crizzen. And that is shut down comprehensively.
Not even a contest at all. Fantastic peek down from Brolin to get the first, and then flashbangs, bullets, rain down onto ramp. NiP gets shut out of the pistol round. That's now both pistols for Heroic. And it's again a force buy from NiP. Snappy forgot to buy a pistol.
God damn it.
Get the money for it.
Sorry, he's gone back to get it.
Okay.
That will slow down the overall hit, though. Which might change the dynamic. Susper Martinez standing resolute to try and keep NiP off their bomb site. Smokes go in, jiggle, a run through of the incendiary. Surely but Martinez on the angle is supreme. At least for a double. Susp not known. M4 recovered by xKacpersky. In the meanwhile, Snappy can plant. And he spams, I'm doing a whole lot, but look at how quick all of Heroic are here. xKacpersky needs to find more with this rifle, but they're just getting body blocks on each other. This is starting to be a little bit of a nightmare. And Crizzen will overwhelm them with the SMG. Snown and xKacpersky stuck on each other like glue. And Heroic are still able to piece together the round regardless. We're all tied up.
Just an explosion out through Temple. I love that from Heroic. They don't muck around. They know they've got the better weapons. They know they've got the advantage. Just charge through, overwhelm, get it done. And they do. Creates chaos at Big Box. I think even if there wasn't a little bit of blocking, it was still very difficult for NiP in that. All right. So basically the same start. The half, win the pistol, win the force. Now NiP force again. Get the snappy special, rush harder.
Now it's just Susp here. He's doing his best Martinez impression to lock out NiP, and that's a good start. A lot of damage has trickled through onto both Nilo and Susp. Could be committed again. Once more, all of the rotates are here in time for Heroic.
A bit more util for NiP. They do the deep smokes everywhere. Including into Temple, where that retake came through last time. Great pick from Martinez, though. It's down. Caught. Trying to cross back to main. Sus gets his as well. So a bit of patience. Looks to net success. xKacpersky needed a multi. Snappy in towards Donut. Going to be playing late. And work. Get one kill, but I don't know if he can manage more. Bomb's being stuck, and he can't stop it, so he has to leave. Heroic onto 8 and into the lead.
Counter-terrorists win.
Just these quick rotates are really catching NiP off guard. They aren't ready to deal with the sheer output of Heroic and how quick they are at dealing with this. Susp does brilliantly just to stay alive for as long as he does as well in Donut. Want to get your hands on official StarSeries PC, head to www.lawguard.com as we see that Martinez has over a 100 ADR. Stown just sitting above 70.
To feel like almost all Martinez has come off the rifle, except that one round with the triple kill. This has been mostly other weapons. He's doing a fine job of it. So NiP kept forcing, and that has now come back to bite them. Hoping for the breakthrough, it doesn't come. This round still has some threat to it with that AK, the Mac 10, and obviously pistols with armor. And an opening pick. An M4 upgraded.
Not bad. Ooh, nearly a catch as well from xKacpersky. Now, Susp in the corner. Surely gets cleared. You have to clear this because there's nowhere else to look. No one's looking, but it's fine. And now notes follow through as well, and Nilo can't hold on. Out of nowhere. NiP able to right their wrongs, and it's beautiful. From the T side, Heroic just can't hold on.
How does no one get a kill until that very final one from Brolin? Like, that's just crazy. Gotta feel bad for Sus there because he's got two backs turned and it's just an instant swivel. Really felt like he was set to get the kills. Great setup, the flashbang perfect. A shot from Note. The sound is getting all these ridiculous frags. Flashback Notes is also kind of crazy. You know what? They made these rounds so close. It's already put some serious damage onto the eco. Sure, it might be favored by Stake, but NiP right back into this.
Oh, what a flash. And yet, Sus was able to hold on. Two crucial kills. Materializing out of basically nothing. Spam is something that Stan will jump over. And now at a very hyper-aggressive AWP. Searching for answers. Trying to crack the code. Into the Heroic defense. Nilo slides back. And is acutely aware that this could be a possibility. Lovely re-smoke in towards red as well. Trying to sell the idea further that no one's home. But you've always got a player from Heroic invested in that situation. Roland will take his time. There is a really weird timing window here that NiP might be able to hit. But now they certainly know about it. Heroic. Stan gets tagged. Oh, sorry, Stan gets a tag. Now with 30 seconds, you need to find Sus, and you need to find Martinez. Martinez's position a little bit in jeopardy, especially with Sus falling. Maybe he can kill the player out of Donut. He's just going to hide in plain sight. Fake out on the bomb. Oh, Stan was ready. And now it's just up to Martinez and Nilo. xKacpersky thrown into this clutch. 10 seconds left and he's ready for Nilo immediately. That's insane. And NiP, with 10 seconds left, clutch up, courtesy at the hands of one man yet again.
Oh, that's so frustrating. You can see immediately Brolin sent reeling in his seat. Martinez does such a good job getting 2 kills there. 10 seconds left. xKacpersky just wide swings into Donut. Surprise Sus. I mean, I guess he just wants the information, right? But, I mean, these are just fantastic kills. xKacpersky, unbelievable clutch. He's on fire, and that's now 9 for NiP. All Sus's hard work in vain.
Almost as fire as those mouses. We're giving 8 away. All details in the banner as Krisen whiffs his smoke. Martinez 20 kills deep into this map. And they're still not in the lead. Three players. Rest on B. NiP having an incredibly slow and methodical T side. It's like pulling teeth out of Heroic. Smoke into red, smoke in Donut. That gives them a lot of leverage. Susp thinks, they could be trying to take Donut here. And that forces the rotates over. All in the meanwhile, Snappy has pulled the strings. And he's going back towards B, where it is just Krisen and a 5-7.
Look at that rotate coming over, but it's just another 5-7. And that is most of the hole. This just keeps blocking. This is a well-timed one at 30 seconds.
There will be.
Everyone's here though for the CT. His bomb needs to go down. It's just some space long. Kaspersky tries to hold on to it. He's done well. Swing out from the pistol. A lot of bodies, but can't find the shots. The others do. And in the chaos, there's an attempt to overwhelm. But NiP hold their ground. They get double digits.
What a hold. And that was looking a little bit scary. A little bit scary here for NiP, just because of the time, and just of the fact that Heroic were getting those 5-7 kills. But now you've been able to overwhelm them. That's the eco gone. And that should be 11. Yeah, they've got nothing. And you should know this as well if you're NiP. You just got to find the stack, if there is one, and just go the other way.
Later, Krisen was not surviving the decision to go back into cave there. You gotta just poke and prod at this, and you'll eventually pick them apart. It's down. Had the chance there. Doesn't want to get one digged. They were spotted in towards a main. They are going to walk up here. There's that one dig. So it's down does end up meeting Sus. No, it's just going to scale. Block off Berlin. Bomb comes on up. Slightly dicey plant as they swing out behind him. But it's all dealt with. An attempt to overwhelm. At 11th. Confirmed with the single casualty at the moment.
Probably won't get worse. Yeah, sjuush knows it. And we'll lock in on Martinez. Brilliant round. Out of NiP. They just take their time. They work their way up. Sure, Sus hits a 1D, but the scaling out of note is brilliant. Another timeout called here. As Heroic will now just invest all their weapons for what potentially is going to be the last timeout call for them as well. If they lose this, they'll have 3,400, but that won't be the prettiest of purchases. NiP right on the cusp. Nearly getting there. Sending Heroic home. It sounds so cool when you drop that line, but they're all at home already. They're playing online, but, you know, you get the sentiment, guys. I'll do it again.
Keeping them at
Heroic
home.
out of the tournament. Cancel the flights.
He just grouping B.
Oh, it's going to be punchy.
This is just going to be a direct play up B. Great time to call it. Orb's not present. Berlin does spot out one, but he might just peek into a whole lot. It's one for his troubles. Nice frag from Nilo. You still got Krisen in towards cave. Sus starts to rotate. Not looking so good now. Smokes begin to land. Oh, never mind. Instant kills. And what was looking good for Heroic has suddenly been turned on its head. Nilo is always present here. He now starts to skirt out. There's no one on the site. Thing is, you've got no utility. You don't have a smoke. You've got nothing to block off ramps, so you can't even really stop them. Planted in the open. Nice swing. Krisen, best you can do is stick this bomb.
sjuush. sjuush is there. Has to get the instant kill, and he's just done enough. That one kill on Nilo means that Krisen can't defuse, and time has expired. sjuush has done it just by staying alive. And even though he goes down with the ship, there's so much money here for NiP. And I love the plant. I've really got to commend sjuush for this plant. Because he plants open, he isn't susceptible to the mollies that get thrown behind the smokes. The nades that land on top of him only graze him rather than break his bones. And the reposition enough just to push NiP closer and closer to the finish line.
It did feel risky. All three players going down towards ramp, even with that open position. They're stuck down there, have to find their way up ramp, and it doesn't quite work out with Nilo's frags. But just say sjuush gets it done. NiP favored by stake to take this series. They have 4 chances to do it. And they're looking to do it right now on A.
Martinez called upon again. Get another multi. Smokes ring out. Outs the motor. As these rotates, needs help and support, and sjuush will brain him instead. Heroic have been so good at rotating and retaking this A bomb site, trying to harass with the MP9 bullet, trying to at least deny this bomb from going down. Brolin will knocks down out of the round, so at least it makes it even.
No kit. No kit. And the smoke really blocking Nilo. They have to get a move on. They have to go fast. Smoke onto main. Snappy just sits in it. sjuush, he's flushed out. Note, get one, but losing support. And it's all on the Snappy. A swing out, and maybe there is time. Nilo, with 3 HP and 3 kills to his name, keeps Heroic in it.
You really thought Note was good for a double there, but instead it is Snappy walking through that A main smoke. Spray adjustment brilliant, but he's got to go 270 degrees to get that final kill. That gives Nilo enough room, and I suppose enough HP to lock in that defuse for Heroic. But we've already spoken about the money for NiP. It's going to be relentless for Heroic, trying to break through, trying to climb back into this decider map, because it's going to be buy after buy. If they drop one more, then it will be goodbye for Heroic here in the qualifier. Martinez will at least be able to scavenge that AWP. Starts thinking about fighting middle. xKacpersky's already by himself taking all this space. Counter util for Heroic. And a headshot not locked in by Note. Sorry, by Sus, but instead by Note. xKacpersky now looks to lurk. As NiP actually set their sights on Donut. This is all a little bit of a misleading attempt in towards this B bomb site, but Brolin will catch him quickly. But Nilo's pushing to A main. Might be misguided. Corner cleared and kill collected.
Yeah, but if he backs out, he's in trouble. But he acknowledges that. Martinez comes around the corner. Note taken out, and well, there's that frag back, and you know you've got this player locked into main. Now it's going to step forward. Bomb being planted. 2 on 3.
Oh, just saw CT. You know about Brolin as well. So Nilo and Crizzen are going to link up, and they're going to go together. I don't mind the timing of this, actually, because sjuush will find Crizzen. He might not be ready for Nilo. Certainly considers it now with the molly, but Nilo will fall, and Stown hits the shot. That's it. It's all done and dusted. NiP knock out Heroic, and they progress through to the qualification game. That's heartbreaking for Heroic, who come back on Mirage, can't do it. A 7-0 comeback on Nuke. And Ancient felt like it was theirs. That was the first time